It's January 10th, 2018, and it has been fucking cold out. It's freezing rain right now. Hello, and thank you for stopping by my channel, The Running Mission. I am Ryan. I am an average guy. I like to run. I imagine you like to run. That's why you're here. So we're going to talk about running and topics of mental health and mental well-being. So today, how to stay motivated. So it's like this, especially when you get into the winter months. Like you get up, it's 30 degrees out. You know you're scheduled to run, 12 miles. It's 22 degrees out, and I just did 12 miles. Let me take this out of my ear. I know I said I'd look forward to the challenge of the cold. My hair is actually frozen right now. How do you do this? So let's talk about that. So I've employed several tactics that we're going to get into today. So the first we're going to talk about is routine. So the more you can do something in your schedule, the more it's going to become routine. So there's the 2190 rule. It states that it takes 21 days to make a habit and 90 days to make it a permanent lifestyle change. So you commit to the 21 days and you just run. You get into it. So I've done this, and it's kind of gotten to that point now that on my days where I'm scheduled to be off, I still feel like, I got to get out and run. But running to me never personally felt like a chore, but it is good to start that 2190 routine. So just remember that. So music. Music is just my divine driver, and probably yours. Rarely do runners not have a playlist. There are the Zen runners that just don't want a playlist. They don't want a timer or anything, but I have got to have it. Music is always on in my life, no matter what. So with that, I want to talk about your hearing and your safety. So I work in audio as something I do. I've played in bands. I want to say protect your hearing. If you're going to use earbuds, use high quality ones. Listen at sane, reasonable levels. Always be aware of what's around you at all times. I'm constantly looking over my shoulder, checking my six, never crossing roads blindly. I'm just always aware, or I try to be aware. And part of that is just listen at a reasonable level. Your ears are going to thank you later too. So one of the other things I like to do is I'll go back and I will just, if I'm feeling in a funk or I need inspiration, I will go look at past marathon highlights on like YouTube. One of my all-time go-to favorites is the 2018 Boston Marathon, especially the Des Linden finish. There's a great highlights clip on YouTube. I'll make sure to include that in the description to this video. But go back, if you're feeling like, I can't do this today, or I'm not feeling it, go watch a highlights clip, and it'll change your mindset. It usually does with me, almost always does with me. Plus, even if I'm not running, if I'm just in for the night, I'll sometimes watch it. There's something wrong. But, and also, I want to say Des Linden, one of my heroes. If you don't follow her on social media, she's highly entertaining. She's highly motivational. I recommend it. So another good thing to check out are running documentaries. There's no shortage. I can tell you that Spirit of the Marathon, the Boston documentary, the Barkley Marathons, the Human Race, those are just a few that I've watched recently and I've really enjoyed. I mean, not even of Barkley. I mean, I've watched that over and over again constantly just because it's so cool. So yeah, running documentaries, that'll definitely help get you out of a rut. Running quotes. I know this sounds weird, but I love quotes. They're this little like condensed nugget of wisdom. Go find your running hero, or go just Google running quotes and you're going to be amazed at what you find. So another thing I like to keep is a year-to-date wall calendar. So my practice is in December, as the year's winding down, I'll place an order for a year-to-date wall calendar. So what I'll do is I will write down my training schedule on that, and then what I'll do is I'll follow it with okay, I was scheduled to run 6 this day, and whatever mileage I ran, I'll write that in red. So it visually becomes this motivating factor to me, that I'll see the calendar and it's displayed on the wall in my office. I'll see it and I'll know like, okay, like this is what you're supposed to run today. And then there's some satisfaction in knowing that I've come into my office and I will write that number down, and it just makes me feel good. It's a good way of keeping a score. So, I mean, these are just a few things that I employ. And I strongly encourage that if you have something that works for you, please add it to the comments below. And just let's all share on what gets us motivated, what keeps us going. So today, also, I wanted to talk about another running hero of mine, Shalane Flanagan. So if you've not heard of Shalane, you need to. She's awesome. Some highlights of her: she's the winner of the 2017 New York City Marathon. She's a silver medal Olympian. She's now the coach of the Bowerman Track Club, and just an all-around like badass runner. So, and she's written this wonderful book. Yes, I've got tabs to mark some recipes. Run Fast, Eat Slow. So I got this book a couple years ago and I love it. It's sort of my go-to. She wrote it with her friend Elise Kopecky, and it's quite a read. It's very interactive too. So what I like about this book is, of course, the recipes are great. They're very straightforward. I've made quite a few of them. There's a bit of an upfront cost in the natural ingredients, the spices, but you know what? It pays off in the flavor and the nutrition that you get. So some of my favorites are race day oatmeal, high altitude bison meatballs with simple marinara, bacon wrapped stuffed chicken breast. That one is super good. So just to name a few, I mean, there's so much in this book. And if you're a runner and you just want to eat better, you need to pick this up. There's real experience and know-how at work here. These meals are from a person that has definitely walked the walk. They understand the dietary needs of a runner. The recipes are clearly laid out. I mean, I'm not exactly top chef, but like I kind of nail these. So, and you get to spend time in your kitchen, which, more people should. It's such a great room in the house and you just don't spend enough time in there. Not only is it a great cookbook, but there's a calendar planner at the back that you can choose to use that will help you sort of like plan your dietary goals and how you should work this out. So, I mean, for like breakfast, lunch, dinner, desserts, drinks, smoothies, there's a ton of options. I'll include a link in the description below for this as well, to hit her website and purchase it. I highly recommend it. A great person, great human being, great runner, great cookbook author. So I'm going to leave you with your running quote of the day. Some days it just flows and I feel like I'm born to do this. Other days it feels like I'm trudging through hell. Every day I make the choice to show up and see what I've got and to try to be better. I love that. Like, you show up and you give it what you got. So yeah, I've added a link to the description below. Pick up a copy of Run Fast, Eat Slow. You will not regret it. So Please, if you've liked the show today, do me a solid. Click that like button, click the subscribe button. We're going to be adding shows all the time. Please join the discussion. If you've got a running cookbook that you like, talk about it in the link below or the description below, the comments, and let's all speak together. So, all right, I'm out of here. Until next time, I'm Ryan. Take care of each other.